I never thought my life would unravel this way. Looking back, I wonder if I had been blind or simply too hopeful, too trusting in the woman I once loved with every fiber of my being. I met Emily in college, a time when the world seemed full of promise and love felt like the strongest force in the universe. She was everything I ever wanted, smart, charming, and breathtakingly beautiful. When she smiled, it was as if the sun itself bent to her will. I fell hard, and for years I believed she had too. We built a life together, 2 children, a home that echoed with laughter, and memories that I thought would last a lifetime. But trust is fragile, and love, I learned too late, is not always enough. It started subtly. She stayed out late. Her phone screen was always tilted away from me. She laughed at messages she never shared. The intimacy we once had felt forced, her kisses routine rather than passionate. Still, I brushed my doubts aside. I told myself it was stress, exhaustion, the demands of parenthood pulling us apart. But deep down, the fear festered. The truth was a shadow lurking at the edge of my mind, waiting to step into the light. And then one night, it did. I had come home early from work, my heart eager for the warmth of my family. But as I stepped inside, the air felt wrong, too still, too silent. A whisper of voices came from upstairs, followed by laughter that didn't belong to me. My hands trembled as I climbed the stairs, each step an eternity. The door to our bedroom was slightly ajar. Through the crack, I saw them, her body entwined with another man's, his lips where mine used to be. My breath caught in my throat. My world stopped. I must have made a noise, because she turned, her eyes widening, not with guilt, but with irritation, as if I were the one intruding. I don't remember how I found the strength to speak, but the words left me before I could stop them. How long? She sighed, pulling the sheets over herself, not to cover shame, for there was none, but as if I were an inconvenience. Does it matter? She said. You wouldn't have known if you hadn't come home early. So maybe it's your fault for ruining the illusion. My stomach twisted. I wanted to scream, to break something, but I held it in. I had to hear it all. I want a divorce, I said, my voice shaking but firm. And that's when she laughed, a cruel, mocking laugh that echoed through the room like a slap. Listen to me, she snapped. If you file for divorce, I'll leave you without a penny. You'll have to pay not only for the divorce itself, but also alimony and child support. You'll also lose custody rights over the children. So I'll just continue having fun with my lover. I felt sick. Was this really the woman I had loved? The mother of my children? Do you really think I'll tolerate and support you in a lifestyle like this? I shot back, anger finally rising in my chest. She smirked. You have no other choice. That was the moment something inside me snapped. I had spent years loving, trusting, and sacrificing for someone who saw me as nothing more than a paycheck, a fool to manipulate. But no more. I left the room that night, but I didn't leave defeated. I gathered evidence, every lie, every betrayal. I consulted lawyers and prepared for battle. And when I struck, it was with the force of a man reclaiming his dignity. She had underestimated me. The court saw through her lies, her arrogance. I got joint custody and a fair division of assets. And when the dust settled, she was left with nothing but the hollow life she had chosen. For months, I was broken. Picking up the pieces was not easy, but I did. I found strength in my children and in the realization that I was free from her deception. And one day, as I watched my kids laughing in the park, I realized something: she was wrong. I had a choice. And I chose to be free.